Today on the Yankochick News Network, we have not one, not two, not three, not four, four videos from Dave from this past week of reviews. In this first installment of Dave's Review Blitz, Dave went to the show on March 14th, or Pi Day, in Ithaca, New York. Dave got full coverage on VIP Jeopardy, an interview with a Weird Al fan he met on the street, and an interview with Ethan Ullman, along with, as always, his review of the show. So sit back, relax, and get ready to take it all in, baby. Here's installment number 1 of Dave's Review Blitz.
This is Dave Elvis Rossi reporting for YNN. It's cold and windy out here, snow on the ground, and it's March 14th, Pi Day, and we're headed up to Ithaca, New York to see Weird Al Yankovic on our third concert from this tour. Kind of excited to see what's going to happen tonight. Maybe he's been doing a lot of songs I haven't seen yet. See if I see a new song. I'll have a report after the concert, video review, and I will have and I'll try to get some more 3-question interviews with some fans. And we're heading off now. So I'll see you later. Dave Elvis Rossi, YNN. Hey, this is Dave Elvis Rossi. I'm in Ithaca, New York. It's snowing. It snowed all the way up here. It wasn't fun driving. I'm going to do a quick 3-question interview with this woman I met on the street. Take a look. Hello, ma'am. Welcome to YNN. Please state your name. That's wonderful. Okay, so I hear you're a big fan of Weird Al Yankovic. What is your favorite Weird Al original? I like that one. That's a good one. Okay. Are you looking forward to seeing any particular song on this tour at all? I think he's going to play that. I don't want to spoil it. And third question is, where did you get that beautiful, warm coffee? That's it. We're heading there now. This is Dave Elvis Rossi, YNN. It's cold. We're getting some coffee. Let's go.
One more time. So guys, we're going to give away lots of really great stuff here. Please do not shout any of the answers out, as I just said. But first, we're going to ask for a couple of contestants for the first and most coveted prize in all of Weird Al Love. Stand up if you would like to participate in this wonderful prize.
I'm nervous.
All right, guys. Here we go. And hit it, feedback, Danny. Here we go. Let's give a big round of applause to both the contestants here tonight. Thank you. Thank you. And everybody continue. Bad or white? Yeah! All right, let's go over the categories. Headline news, Frank's 2000-inch TV, word crimes, white and nerdy, Mova Mova movie songs, and of course, potpourri. Everybody, please. Here come the ballots, those Jeopardy ballots. Here come the ballots, they're brought by Vanna White. Here come the ballots, those Jeopardy ballots. Here come the ballots, they're brought by Vanna White. All right, guys, real quick before we start any of these, real quick. Stand right here, make some noise for Vanna White, please. 3 of you will be lucky enough to be selected when we do come up here to the stage. Slowly. And audience, you're going to clap along slowly, and then he's gonna mix it up, and we're gonna reach an apex of a climax that has never been seen before on stage. Savannah, here we go, clap. Now that we got that out of the way, it is time to select the Jeopardy contestant! If I call your name, remember the dry erase marker. Savannah, I am unlocking the ballot box! Savannah, we're going to pull you. Get on your knees, Savannah. All right. We're going to select one at a time, and if I call you down, make your way to those stairs right there. So, as I pull it out, I will say contestant number 1, and you will say... Contestant number 1. So here we go. Contestant number 1.
Contestant number 1.
He is a self-employed Weird Al fan from Chattanooga, New York. Give it up for Elvis the Rip Burns. Thanks for letting your way down. What's your name on the board? All right. All right. Contestant number 2.
Number 2.
All right, he's a magician from Ithaca. Give it up for Stephen Paterucci! Make your way down. All right. Hold on real quick before they do the next one. Not the winners, all right. Go for it. Contestant number 3.
Contestant number 3.
One more time with that.
Contestant number 3.
The dark horse candidate wrote on a two-sided thing. He's a software tester from Victor, New York. Give it up for Megan Barton! And Vanna, could you clean those up? That would be fantastic. Make some noise for Vanna White cleaning up help around the house. We love her so much. Let's take a quick moment to meet our contestant.
Let's do word crimes for 40.
Word crimes for 40. In hardware store, every 27th customer gets one of these. Megan.
A ball-peen hammer.
That is correct. It is a ball-peen hammer. There you go. Make some noise for her, please.
Woo!
Megan, get back in the game here. Huge disappointment just a few minutes ago. It's okay. Let's do it.
Let's go with word crimes for 60.
Word crimes for 60. In the night Santa went crazy, the elves all found jobs working at this government agency.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Right. Steven.
FBI.
No.
Boo this man. In the night Santa went crazy, the elves all found jobs working at this government agency. All right, you over there, it's your favorite song. Postal Service. That is correct. It is the Postal Service. Big round of applause for him. So one more time, boo these guys. Do better.
Hi, this is Dave Rossi, YNN reporter. We're in COLLEGETOWN, BAGELTOWN, something like that in Ithaca. It's the only place that's open in a college town where you can get food. Do you believe that?
It's Wednesday night, and it's an Ivy League.
It's college town. I'm here with Ethan Ullman, host of...
I don't host anything anymore.
Host of nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I used to host a radio show.
He used to host a radio
Yeah,
show.
for like 7 years, and then I don't anymore, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, he doesn't. But he's also a big Weird Al fan,
Yeah.
and he's a stand-up comedian,
Yeah,
and he steals all the emos jokes.
that's right.
Actually, he actually wrote a joke for Emo Phillips.
Can I do the joke for you right now?
Sure. There you go. So next time you see Emo Phillips, you can do that joke. You can tag this.
No one's
man
gonna
in.
understand that. Right?
Until they see the show.
Okay. So, this is a segment I created called 3-Question Interview. It's
Right.
basically, I ask you 3 questions.
Understood.
Okay? And you answer them.
Okay. Do I have to talk into the fake microphone, or can I just?
This is a real microphone.
Oh, okay.
You just stuck it in your pocket.
Oh, that's true.
Now I'm holding it. So I hope you were tested.
Okay.
Okay.
I hope so too. I'm not sure.
Okay, so question number 1. What is your favorite Weird Al original, and do you think, if he hasn't performed it, do you think he will perform it on this tour?
Jeez, I don't think I really like Slowtown. The first time I heard that song, it actually made me laugh. It made me laugh a lot. I think it's a good song. It's got a lot of character and charm, and it really just shows a lot of Al's hilarity from an early age. So that's probably my favorite original song, and I doubt he's going to play that.
Okay, that's a good answer. Okay, question number 2. This is a little personal.
Okay.
But if you could get a tattoo anywhere on your body, what would it be?
Well, I would have to have the same tattoo as Weird Al, which is a picture of your face on my arm. That's the only one that makes sense to me.
Okay. I thought you were going for maybe a freckle or something. Okay, yeah. That'll work.
This is a Weird Al related interview. I have to have Weird Al answers.
Okay. And question number 3.
All right.
Which is the last Weird Al album to feature the Bermuda Files? Link to the Bermuda Files, which is Bermuda's original website.
My guess would be Bad Hair Day, but JW is the only one who knows the true answer to that.
And we will never find out because JW refuses to tell us.
And Al didn't know.
And we asked Al, and Al didn't know. So here we have it. Ethan Ullman, host of Absolutely Nothing. You can catch him absolutely nowhere. He doesn't even own the internet. Own a website. No, it doesn't own the internet because then he'd be really rich.
The only website to go to is the Bermuda Files. I like how you keep moving it towards my mouth as if it does anything.
All right, why don't you play as a...
Should I ask you 3 questions?
No, that's not how this segment works.
No, okay.
You ready? Just ask me one right there. Okay.
I've got 2 more ready to go.
All right. Don't ask me. Save them for another. Save them for your own segment. You can get your own segment if you want.
Why can't I ask them?
Question number 2. Go ahead.
No, I don't have another. I lost my train of thought.
Okay, this is Dave Elvis Rossi.
Ethan Ullman.
Ethan Ullman.
Hi, I'm Ethan.
And YNN, we're signing off here. Take this microphone, do your script.
You've been listening to Dave Elvis Rossi here on I don't know where we are.
YNN.
YNN.
This is Dave Elvis Rossi for YNN, reporting with my review for the Ithaca concert on March 14th, Pi Day. Alright, so first of all, we got to the theater. We came up here. It was snowing almost all the way up. The roads were kind of clear, but I mean they were getting a little iffy in a couple of spots. I wasn't terribly worried, but it wasn't fun driving. We got up, we checked into our hotel, we went and went to try to eat at a couple places, and they were actually closed. So we ended up eating at a Mexican place, ran into Jeremy, and we headed over for the VIP show. Got in, and actually, I gotta say, I really gotta hand it to JW. He really, I mean, the first VIP that I saw was in Poughkeepsie party, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun, but they really kind of stepped this up. The Jeopardy was a lot more, interactive with the fans. He was a lot more relaxed, and I think that I still think that there probably should be some kind of preliminary requirement for the knowledge of the fans. They weren't always some of the questions I always thought were a little bit too easy that they should have known the answers to. If they're coming to a tour like this one, the ridiculously self-indulgent, ill-advised Vanity tour, where Al's doing all of his deep cuts, they should have a little better knowledge of Al. But we'll Al trivia. But I guess maybe not everybody does. But I still think maybe some kind of preliminary test might help out there. But actually, the Jeopardy was a lot of fun. The Vanna White was, of course, was into it, and JW was just having a good time, and he was trying to make sure everybody there had a good time. And so those VIP parties are fun. Do check them out. Let's see. So we did that. We chatted a little bit. I had some theater popcorn and some Gatorade, and they actually had some local cookies and stuff there, which I think Jeremy sampled, and I got a free brownie, which I gave to Jackie.
It's still in my purse.
And it's still in Jackie's purse, so the brownie is still in Jackie's purse, in case anyone was wondering. Okay, so anyway, emo set was actually a little bit different than he's been doing. Still almost, probably 85-90% the same, but still throwing a couple little things there. There was a funny gag that he does, which you saw, where he's putting things in his pockets, and that was kind of what Ethan was referring to in his interview, with putting the microphone in his pocket. And that kind of stuff. But Ethan actually did write that joke for emo, so that was serious. Let's see there. Then let me just point out before I get started with the set list, which I have written down here, that for the first time, and I'm sure Steve's had this for a while, but I first noticed that Steve actually has a Hawaiian-themed bass guitar, which he used for a majority of the songs, which I think he's had that for last tour as well, but I just kind of noticed it for the first time tonight. So I just, something to look out. I thought it was pretty cool that, hey, this guy's working with, a guy who's famous for wearing Hawaiian shirts, and his bass guitar is Hawaiian. Okay, he opened up with Midnight Star, classic from In 3D, thumbs up from my director. Stop Worrying That Crap to Me, Generic Blues. And then this was kind of a nice surprise. I hadn't seen him done this one in a while. The Night Santa Went Crazy, the extra gory version, in case anyone's wondering. He kind of asked us if our Christmas shopping was done already. Let's see. Then the next one, he said that this one, and I'm a little surprised at this, because this is really one of my favorite songs off the Deep End, and off of Al's catalog, one of my favorite originals. He said that this one ends up on a lot of people's bottom of the list of songs when they're ranking songs, but I was thrilled to hear it. And Airline Amy, just one of my favorites, especially off the Deep End.
I have a horse named Airline Amy.
And there's a horse named Airline Amy.
Random.
You get random facts thrown into this review as well. Okay, Bob. Followed with Bob. This one, I have something written, but I can't read my writing. Good old days. And then I'm not quite sure what I said before CNR, but I wanted to make some comment before CNR, and I don't remember what it is. Okay, so I can't read my writing. Then the Grateful Dead version of Dare to Be Stupid. Again, I mean, I like the original song Dare to Be Stupid. I think I like this remix of the song a little bit better. It's actually a lot of fun. So definitely definitely happy to see that one's coming back. Next song he said he wrote in 1967, which of course he didn't. But Craigslist. That's always kind of fun. It's to kind of see Steve get up and play on the keyboards over with Ruben, kind of. And reminding of Steve getting up is reminding me what I wanted to say before CNR was that in order to dismiss Steve and Ruben from the stage, he actually said that Steve and Ruben were getting off the stage to get pedicures. So that's what I had written down here, something about a pedicure for CNR. Okay. Anyway, little bit happy to hear this one. I Was Only Kidding, another one of my favorites off the Deep End. And the next one was Don't Download This Song, and it was kind of funny because I was just having this conversation with somebody else about the bleeped version of Don't Download This Song, and Al actually mentioned that today before, and he actually briefly sung the lyrics with the bleeps in them. Not during the actual song, but as an introduction to Don't Download This Song. So that was kind of cool to actually hear him recognize it, and bring up the whole MTV fiasco with the bleeping of the Kazaa and all the other LimeWire and all those other sites. Okay, and this one, She Never Told Me She Was a Mime. Al actually said this is such a deep cut that he really doesn't even remember writing it, but he must have written it because it was on his album. This one, thrilled to hear. UHF. I've been wanting to hear that one for a long time, and I'm absolutely thrilled to hear that. Probably more so, I don't know, maybe a tie between that and Airline Amy, but those were the two I really was hoping to hear. But UHF, definitely happy to hear that. I'm So Sick of You. And then this one, another one I kind of wasn't expecting him to do, because I know he said he wasn't going to, I know at some point during Running with Scissors he said this song would be too hard to perform because it was such a deep voice, but I guess he found out a way to do it, truck driving song. And he kind of again left that up to the interpretation of the viewer as to whether it's a male or a female or a transvestite or what that's actually the actual truck driver, or whether he's just basically ripped off Monty Python. Young, Dumb, and Ugly. And there's a little bit in there. I know he's not trying to do a lot of these little stage bits and stuff, but there's a little bit in there where during the solo he kind of took out his cell phone and he kind of pointed it at Jim, took a picture of Jim, and kind of pointed at the audience. Everyone in the audience screamed and waved, and he took a picture of us. So we'll see if that shows up anywhere. And then he took a picture of Steve in that song, just kind of waste some time. He threw in a drum solo. I don't know that he necessarily needed to throw in one, but maybe he wanted to give Jim a little extra time to tune his guitars. But then there definitely was a drum solo, and then he went into the medley, the standard medley, everything. Came out for the encore. This song I'm not familiar with, and I don't know that the audience was terribly familiar with it either, but he did introduce it, called Uncontrollable Urge by Devo. And then, of course, he finished with The Saga Begins, which I think is, other than maybe a few shows, he's kind of finished with that one. So again, great show, a really good set list. A little surprised that Jackson Park Express wasn't in there. Happy it wasn't in there because while I do love the song, I have seen it a couple times. So it was kind of nice to know that he's not always doing a song every single night, so he's going to mix it up with no matter what show you go to, you never know what to expect. We did get the opportunity to talk to Al briefly after. We did get our frame set list. That was pretty cool, and talked to Al for a second. I know that Jeremy asked Al about whether or not there would be any other surprises, and I think Al kind of said, well, you're going to have to wait and see. I asked Al just a trivia question, which I stumped him on, the same trivia question that I asked Ethan, whether or not, what was the last album to actually use Bermuda's old website address on it. He didn't know, so I do believe it is Bad Hair Day. I don't have that to check, but my fact checker will have to check into that. Let's see. After that, and Ethan actually had a pretty cool, which I wanted him to show you, but I guess I totally forgot about it. But he made a little Lego picture of a little Lego figure of Weird Al, which is actually pretty cool. I have a picture of it. I'll have to get it in, and hopefully you guys can splice that in and see that. All right. Let's see. After the show, we decided to go out and try to find something to eat. Basically, again, we went to 2 or 3 places, and they weren't serving food. So we finally ended up at a bagel shop right outside of the college, and they had sandwiches and stuff. And we stayed there for, actually, this is something we haven't done in a while. We actually stayed up really late. So it's really late right now, and we do have to get up early.
Tell them what time it is.
Oh, it's 2:40 a.m.
Really?
Okay. And it's 2:40 a.m. We actually have to be out of here by about 8 a.m. So I'm not going to make this too much longer. I'm just going to say another great show. Hopefully it won't snow on the way home. And again, thank you for listening to my review. This is Dave Elvis Rossi for YNN signing off. Have a good night.
Thank you for tuning in to this installment of Dave's Review Blitz. If you have Weird Al news or a concert review, you too can be a correspondent for YNN. Contact me and we'll set it up. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, click the bell icon, and patronize the channel so that YouTube will promote us to the world and our community will reign supreme over all. Thanks for watching.